Good afternoon. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Mr. Christopher Manering, principal of John Glenn High School, and I welcome you this day for the John Glenn High School commencement ceremony. I would like to announce that after the recessional, seniors will be located near the auxiliary gym outside of the fence, this direction on my left. And now, would you please prepare for the processional for the John Glenn High School class of 2021. would now like to welcome Cecilia Delinski to the stage as our senior class president for some words of welcome. Cecilia?
Graduates, you may be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Cecilia Delinski, the president of class of 2021, and on behalf of John Glenn High School and the member of the senior class, we welcome you to our annual commencement ceremony. We are privileged to have all of you in attendance today to honor and recognize the class of 2021. Before today's program begins, the class of 2021 requires the audience remain seated throughout the entire ceremony until the graduates have completed their recessional. Finally, we ask that you silence all cell phones and electronic devices in order to preserve an atmosphere of honor and respect. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I am Ronald Brown, the assistant principal here at John Glenn High School. At this time, I'd like to introduce the people sharing the stage this day. Mr. Christopher Winchell, Superintendent of John Glenn School Corporation. Mr. William Groves, President of JGSC School Board of Trustees. Mr. Ryan Knowlton, Vice President of the JGSC School Board of Trustees. Mr. Christian Maddox, Secretary of the John Glenn Schools Corporation Board of Trustees. Mr. Robert Orlick, member of the JGSC Board of Trustees. Mr. Daniel Groder, member of the JGSC Board of Trustees. Mr. Jared Eager, member of the JGSC Board of Trustees. Mr. Dennis Holland, member of the JGSC Board of Trustees. Miss Angie Forsman, John Glenn High School Counselor. Miss Sarah Rippey, John Glenn High School Counselor. Mrs. Julie Parent, John Glenn High School Counselor, Teacher, and Class Sponsor of 2021. Mr. Randy Smith, John Glenn High School Teacher and Class Sponsor of 2021. Scattered throughout the crowd today are many teachers and staff members of John Glenn High School, and to the many of you who have come near and far, we are especially glad that you are here today with us. Welcome again. Finally, I'd like to identify the students in the senior class who have made the commitment to serve in the different branches of the United States military. Those of you who have made this commitment to protect our freedoms, please stand and be recognized. Thank you. At this time, will the senior chorale and band members make your way to your respected groups? Importance on hard work, dedication to academic studies. Now, would you please stand and join us as the John Glenn Chorale sing the national anthem.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes
Welcome to the class of 2021 commencement. These are exciting times here at John Glenn High School. I welcome all the parents, grandparents, extended families, and stakeholders here this afternoon. We are so excited to have you here for our first outdoor graduation. These seniors sitting before you are excellent examples of how we are going to be in good hands in the world in the years to come. These are high-character young adults that are excellent examples of what it means to be a Falcon. Commencement is the culmination of 4 years of high school, but really it is a journey from kindergarten through the senior year. In elementary school, when the seniors started, they are called the class of 2021. That seems so far away, but really time has flown by. You build friendships with your peers, develop relationships with teachers and staff members, and develop into the young adults on the cusp of receiving your diplomas here. The time goes so fast. You share experiences in the classroom, on the stage, on a mat, on the court, on a track, on a diamond, and on this very field here today. These memories will last a lifetime for you. The senior class has chosen purple and orange as the colors which they wish to represent the class of 2021. Purple for harmony and creativity, and orange for joy and enthusiasm. These characteristics are great examples of how this group of seniors have bonded together and embodies our group's many different personalities in the class of 2021. I am so proud of these seniors. They have been through so much in their high school career. The inner strength embodied by our students is so powerful. The class of 2021 has selected the dahlia to represent them this year. I, for one, could not think of a flower more fitting. The dahlia represents inner strength. These young adults have learned academics and core content. They have also learned patience, flexibility, and understanding more than any other group. These characteristics will help them more than anything that they have learned in the classroom day in and day out in their lives. I have a quote from Sandra Day O'Connor for you. Be aware that even before you have reached the ultimate professional destination, if you always strive for excellence, you can and should have a substantial impact in the world in which you live. This quote makes me reflect on what it means to be a John Glenn Falcon. The concept of excellence is difficult to achieve. Striving for excellence is something that we see here each and every day at John Glenn High School. The work ethic of our students every day is evident in these halls. Being a Falcon is also about having character, toughness, strong work ethic, giving your best, and believing in each other. Our senior class sitting before you embodies these characteristics. John Glenn is a special place, and being a Falcon is about these characteristics and is centered around striving for excellence. Another quote I have is from Lou Holtz. Others have variations of this as well. Some of you have heard me say this before because it is one of my favorite quotes to say. Life is 10% of what happens to you and 90% of how you respond to it. How we adjust to things that happen to us is more important than the event that took place. We all get knocked down at some point in time. This will not stop when you leave John Glenn High School. How you respond to getting knocked down will show your true character. I have a ton of confidence in this group to pick themselves up and move forward. I leave you with this. Do not be afraid to take a risk. Personally, I took a risk going 8 years ago to accept the position here at John Glenn High School. I had never been in another job outside of that previous district. It is the best decision that I've ever made. Mistakes are going to happen. You're going to change your mind, sometimes on multiple occasions, and that is all fine. That is the only way you're going to find out who you are and what you're going to do. Congratulations to all our seniors, parents, grandparents, extended family members, and stakeholders here today. Today is an exciting, and today is very exciting and the culmination of so much hard work. I wish you all the best of luck, and you are always welcome here at John Glenn High School. Once a Falcon, always a Falcon. I will leave you with one last thing. I say it at the end of the day or end of the morning on the announcements and the Pledge of Allegiance. Go Falcons. Thank you. How about one more round of applause for our John Glenn Chorale and Band? Thank you. John Glenn High School is pleased to announce the class of 2021 salutatorian, Seja Lang. Seja is the daughter of Mike Lang and Dawn Marks. Throughout her high school career, Seja has participated in soccer, cross country, basketball, track and field, student council, class board, National Honor Society, League of Extraordinary Falcons, Anti-Bully Club, and Teen Advisory Board. Seja's GPA is a 4.270 after 7 semesters. Seja plans to attend Gosen College to study molecular biology and pursue a career as an oral surgeon. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to present to you Miss Seja Lang.
Good afternoon, family, students, and faculty. Despite all the challenges COVID has presented, we are all standing here today. I want to thank my parents, siblings, grandparents, teachers, coaches, administration, and 4 of my lifelong friends, Lily Borsch, Bailey Shuba, Mason Ross, and Carter Young. As we embark on our new journey, I have been inspired by 2 quotes that relate to this special event. The first quote is specific to the John Glenn class of 2021, as it is our motto. The 2 most important days in our life are the day you are born and the day you find out why, by Mark Twain. This is a very impactful quote for each and every one of us. Our class is taking our first steps into the greater world, and we won't have our parents or other adults to assist us with every decision. Our class has to find our own purpose and path in life. We all have individual gifts and opportunities throughout life to use them for the good of humanity. I challenge you to use your individual blessings every day. As you choose your direction for the future, remember what your true purpose in life is. We all have been blessed with special talents and interests that will help us choose our career path. As we start our individual journey on our own, I challenge you to pick what inspires you the most. At this moment in time, it is our decision to decide who we want to be in the future. Our class has had many opportunities, and we can be whoever we want to be, so take the risk of finding your true passion. The second quote I want to discuss is by Dr. Seuss. You have the brains in your head, you have the feet in your shoes, you can steer yourself in any direction you choose. You're on your own, and you know what you know, and you're the guy who will decide where to go. This quote is impactful because it leads to the question each one of us should be asking ourselves: what now? We have made it through all the projects and finals, all the difficult tests, and late night studies. We have made it through. We have all achieved great success as we stand here today, but the question we all are asking is what now? Over the 13 years of education, we have learned many life and academic lessons which have, in theory, prepared us for our future. Over the past 4 years, we have had the options of picking and choosing our own schedules and preparation for our future. We each are pressured to know what direction we want to take, but many of us are unsure. We have multiple options, whether it be entering the workforce or attending college. We all are unique individuals who have different interests and gifts. As you ask yourself, what truly would make you happy? Forget about the salary or opinions of other people and determine the career path that will truly inspire you. As we begin our journey on our own, I also encourage you to challenge yourself to make this world a better place. As the quote explains, we have been provided with the shoes and the knowledge from our educators and family members, and now it is our time to embark on this journey by ourselves. So let's have a positive impact on our society. Each one of us as individuals will have a major influence on whatever path we choose. As we stepped into North Liberty and Walkerton Elementary Schools on our first day of kindergarten, we started our journey to the future as one class. We have grown together and faced many hardships and victories as one. We will all miss our nap times and frozen Fridays, but we are here tonight, ready for the next step in our expedition. We have grown up together, watching each other find our unique selves. Our class has transformed from little rambunctious preschoolers to confident young men and women. We all will reflect back on this day 50 years from now and wonder where each one of our classmates ended up. As we leave here today, this afternoon, this may be one of the last times we see each other for years. We will miss each other's laughters, jokes, presentations, and friendships. So let's make this last summer one of the best times of our lives with our former classmates. As we prepare for the future ahead of us. As I end this speech, I would like to include one last quote by Dr. Seuss. Don't cry because it's over, smile because it happened. Thank you all, and I wish you the best of luck in your upcoming journey.
John Glenn High School is pleased to announce the class of 2021 valedictorian, Samuel Thomas. Samuel is the son of Sunu and Karen Thomas. During his time at John Glenn High School, Samuel has participated in soccer, football, track and field, National Honor Society, Student Council, Class Board, Academic Super Bowl, and Spell Bowl. Samuel's GPA is 4.319 after 7 semesters. Samuel plans to attend Bethel University to pursue physics, mathematics, and engineering. Ladies and gentlemen, it is an honor to present to you Mr. Samuel Thomas.
Good afternoon. I extend a warm commencement welcome to the plethora of friends, families, faculty, administration, board members, community members, and students who've gathered here to share in our celebration of this momentous occasion. None of us would be where we are without your love and encouragement, so thank you. Personally, there are several people I want to acknowledge for the impact they have made on my life. First, I want to thank my mom and dad for their unwavering support and guidance throughout my childhood. I love you both very much. Next, I would like to thank my sisters, Lena and Hannah, and my brother, Silas, for the special bond we share. The three of you drive me to learn and improve every day. Third, I want to commend Mr. Morin, Mr. Manering, Mr. Brown, and Mr. Stevens, as well as all of the wonderful educators I've had over the years for making John Glenn such a positive and welcoming environment. Fourth, I want to recognize my friends, teammates, and classmates. You guys have been there with me every step of the way, and I'm honored to represent you today. Finally, and most importantly, I want to thank Jesus. You are the source of my hope, my peace, and my strength. This is for you. Graduates of the John Glenn class of 2021, this is a special day for us. Today, we reminisce on cherished memories, personal successes, and collective triumph. We also expand our gaze to the path before us, eager to co-write the next chapter of our story. But ultimately, today we declare that we've done it. We finished the race. For those of you who don't know me, I'm what you'd call an astrophile. In other words, I really love space. And while I could and would spend hours discussing black holes, teleportation, and lightsabers with you, this afternoon we're going to focus on stars. Stars are quite amazing if you think about them. Even if their gigantic size and intense luminosity, it takes a really long time for their light to reach Earth. Our sun's rays hit Earth in 8 minutes and 20 seconds. Other starlight takes much longer, sometimes thousands or even millions of years. I think this concept frames a beautiful picture of the impact school has on our lives. For many of us, our education began at North Liberty Elementary, Walkerton Elementary, or other nearby schools. During those foundational years, there was a ray of starlight placed inside every one of us. What is this ray, you might ask? This ray is a purpose, a passion. It's the reason we were put on this earth. Little by little, through the experiences we've had, the people we've met, and the values we've chosen, that ray of starlight blossomed. Back in kindergarten, it was hard to see what we would become. We didn't know how our starlight would weave into the blanket of the universe. Many of us dreamed of being the president, an Olympic athlete, a Jedi. I definitely did. As we grew older, our interests changed, and so did our dreams. Now we envision ourselves becoming engineers and history teachers, veterinarians and architects. When we look up into the night sky, we can finally see the starlight that left its home all those years ago. Everything we've been through was for a reason. Our constellation is in plain view and is more magnificent than we could ever have imagined. The key takeaway is this: school is a blessing. It's a gift to be able to come to this place 5 times a week to learn. We often take our education for granted, but school is a privilege that some people never get. Be grateful for the lessons you've learned. Be thankful for the relationships you've forged. The experiences you've had here at John Glenn are priceless. I remember some of my favorite moments from school. That block tower I built in kindergarten that was taller than Mrs. Reed's desk. That middle school awards night when my English teacher, Mr. Buss, gave a speech about me. That awesome soccer goal I scored against Westville on my senior night. These memories will last a lifetime, and they have molded me into the young man who stands before you. Graduates, cherish your memories. They will guide you on the road ahead. The future can look daunting, and in many ways it is. There will be a day when we reach our breaking point. In that hopeless moment, do not give in to adversity. Remember how far we've come. We've overcome hardships before. No trial is insurmountable. No mountain cannot be climbed. Never give up. Reach out to those around you, and they will lift you up. Believe in yourself, and the shackles of self-doubt will fall. View every challenge as an opportunity to grow. Don't allow failure or success to determine your value. Strive to be the best version of yourself and then exceed it. Redefine impossible and then defy it. But most of all, love the people in your life. Love is how we win. When we love one another, we see the world through a clear lens. Broken lives are made whole. Heaven becomes the here and now. So I urge you, my friends, invest in someone else's story. Find joy in their victories. Wake up with the mentality that you're going to serve others, and then actually do it. Such is a prosperous and fulfilling life. Graduates, today is the summit of celebration. Today is the end of a happy dream. Today is the dawn of a second life. It's time to take our place in the stars and light up this solar system. I leave you with one of my favorite quotes from the Spanish painter Pablo Picasso. He says, "The meaning of life is to find your gift. The purpose of life is to give it away." My question to you is this: how will your gift change the world? Thank you, and go Falcons.
Members of the class of 2021, will you please prepare yourselves for graduation? Superintendent Mr. Winchell, I present you the membership of those meeting the requirements to graduate in the class of 2021.
Thank you, Mr. Manering. President Groves, I have examined the high school records of the members of the John Glenn class of 2021, and I find that these students have completed the necessary local and state requirements for graduation from John Glenn High School. Mr. William Groves, President of the John Glenn School Board of Trustees, will award diplomas. Seniors, prepare yourself for graduation. Mrs. Rippey and Mrs. Forsman, I ask that you call the roll of the class of John Glenn High School 2021. Thank you.
Would the junior class marshals, Joseph Delinski, Shane G., Lena Thomas, and Jessica Elaska, take your positions for the purpose of moving our seniors to graduation?
Samuel George Thomas. Seja Rose Lang. Olesia Igorevna Indekina. Stella Greathouse. Connor William Eric. Alexandria Reyna Flaherty. Skylar Lee Houghton. Cami Dinette Ennis. Carly Ann Gutelius. Michael Jeffrey Day. Craig Adam Alvarez. Haley Grace Amore. Lexia Jade Andert. Wyatt Matthew Auer. Jamie Babcock. Olivia Suzanne Baldwin. Jordan Elizabeth Basham. Jeffrey Gordon Baxter. Samuel Alexander Bishop. Allison Grace Blunt. Ashley Joy Bowles. Lily Elizabeth Borsch. Dawson Adam Brook. Zachary Lee Brown. Alexia Jane Buck. Duncan F. Burns. Katie Alexis Bird. Olivia Nicole Camblin. Jaden Alexander Chamberlain. Jillian Sue Clark. Abby Joe Cleveland. Gracie Ireland Conroy. Gerardo Correa Jr. Emily Ann Doherty. Cecilia Marguerite Delinski. Elizabeth Pearl Denham. Corey James Dillon. Justin Michael Dressbach. Victoria Alexis Dunkelberger. Marion Ellen Farnsworth. Owen Andrew Philly. Vincent Adam Flaherty. John Thomas Fowler. Jacob Connor Frankowitz. Amber Lynn Free. Christopher J. Fujawa. Cynthia A. Galvez. Joel Patrick G. Kanan Gibson. Trace Allen Gibson. Seth Keenan Giese. Brandon James Goebel. Cole Nelson Grimm. Kevin Emmanuel Grove. Jimmy Allen Harbaugh. Abriana Nevea Harding. Bradley Eugene Hardwick, Jr. Caden Jeffrey Heckman. Colton John Helminger. William Forrest Holmes. Elizabeth Faye Hostetler. Jasmine Lynn Huff. Joel Hulse. Jade Marie Jansen. Anthony Harold Kaser. Jordan Marie Keeley. Ashley Michelle Kelly. Madeline Ray Kiff. Dustin Philip Kissinger. Nathan Mark Kiska. Catherine Lee Kleindienst. Daniel Wyatt Kanabi. Sean Frederick Kneisner. Jake Douglas Knowlton. Evelyn Monique Kowalski.
Keston Michael Lang. Stephanie Regoza Leanos. Keegan William Sloan Llewellyn. Sydney Elizabeth Lowry. Matthew Evan Mago. Adam Sean Martin. Chloe Morgan Martin. Carla Ruby Martinez. Tyler Gregory Martis. Carson David Motz. Nathan Bradley May. Shelby Ann McCoy. Cole Joseph Meyer. Michael John Mitchell Jr. Colton Ray Miller. Matthew H. Moore. Michaela Marie Nowak. Emily Nicole Oden. Peyton Michaela Ottinger. Andrew James Peterson. Megan Catherine Peterson. Aubrey L. Pittman. Kiera Christine Prenger. Emily Ann Press. Liam Patrick Proctor. Diana Lily Raby. Nicholas John Ranchert. Peyton L. Rensberger. Madison Justine Rhodes. Grace Ann Rice. Abigail Vera Lynn Richardson. Jaden Lynn Rimbaugh. Emma Lorin Romer. Mason Riley Ross. Jonathan Bradley Rupert. Nicole Sailors. Justin Joseph Sheets. Andrew L. Schmalzried. Zoe Christine Scott. David Schinkel. Alexis Nicole Snodgrass. Andrew James Sparks. Annabelle Christine Stremme. Nisa Sutherland. Bailey McKay Shuba. Lauren Ray Taylor. Kaylee Renee Thornburg. Kennedy Elizabeth Tibbs. Matthew William Lee Tibbs. Alexandra Arlene Toth. Allison Faith Vandal. Anna Marie Rose Vager. Martha Angelica Velasco Ramos. Seth Elliott Verhage. Maya K. Vermillion. Skylar Jean Vermillier. Xavier Villa. Abigail Lynn Wade. Philip Glenn Wallace. Victoria Rain Wallach. Jasmine Walter. Madison Elaine Weber. Mackenzie Jordan Wernz. Haley White. Brandon Thomas Wygant. Cody J. Wireman. Trenton Darius Woods. Sydney Worthington. Malachi Jonathan Wright. Carter A. Young. Noah Ashton Zolkowski.
Yes, it is very exciting, isn't it? Would the graduating students please stand? As the superintendent of John Glenn School Corporation, and by the authority of the John Glenn School Board of Trustees, it is my duty, my honor, and my privilege that I now declare you graduates of John Glenn High School. Congratulations.
It is my duty and honor as president of the class of 2021 to announce that we are now graduated from John Glenn High School. Will you please take your tassel with your right hand and move it to the left with me? This will signify our graduation from high school. On behalf of my classmates, I would like to thank everyone for being here this day to support and honor John Glenn graduating class of 2021. Please remain seated while the recessional is complete. Thank you.
Yes, show me!